I was just totally in shock. I really thought I was dreaming.
Jamie Perchiano was on his way to Manhattan from Staten Island, where he lived at the time.
It was a normal day. I was heading into the city just to go shopping.
Then the unthinkable happened. A plane crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center.
Next thing you know, I'm on the Staten Island ferry reading the New York Post, and I hear people screaming, not knowing what's going on.
He ran to the front of the ferry and couldn't believe his eyes.
Just to see black smoke billowing from the World Trade Center, people screaming, and I'm just like staring at the Twin Towers.
He immediately thought of his friend, Robert Candice, a firefighter for the FDNY.
My first thought was like, oh my God, try to call Rob, nothing. At first his phone was ringing, and then after about an hour it was just like voicemail.
The ferry turned around and went back to Staten Island, where passengers watched from Edgewater as the devastation unfolded. Perchiano waited for the heartbreaking news about his best friend.
They couldn't find his body until the next day. I lost my best friend, Robert Candice. He was in Squad 1 in Brooklyn.
The two grew up together, both big Yankee fans. Now he fondly remembers Rob and their time together.
Life was good, he was a great guy, and he cared about people, and I looked up to him as a big brother.
A few years after the events of September 11th, 2001, Perchiano packed his bags.
Then I moved to Connecticut, Bristol, and every year I would come down here and I would get white helium balloons and write a little note and send it up to let Rob know I'm thinking about him.
But the day and the tragedy are still heavy on his heart, no matter where he resides.
Every year I come down to the Bristol Fire Department headquarters on North Main Street to show my respects.
Each year, the Bristol Department honors those that made the ultimate sacrifice on 9/11. Each year, Perchiano attends and brings along a photo of Robert to keep his memory alive.
Thousands of people go to work, World Trade Center, and now they're gone. It's just a terrible tragedy that happened in New York.
In Bristol, Alexa Farrell, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.